The look that we're doing, it's a very natural look. We're focusing on liner and mascara. Almost 20s with a matte shadow with a nice pretty black line and then a fuchsia matte lip. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm prepping her skin. You always want to make sure that you prep the skin. So I'm using a primer light. It's going to keep her nice and matte, but not keep her matte to the point where she looks dry. You can see it just gives a nice natural matte finish to the skin. Beautiful. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking the foundation brush and I am using a concealer and taking the concealer and using it as foundation. The concealer has a bit of a more creamy consistency, so this is going to give her again that natural glow, but the coverage that we're needing for this look. Work with your foundation brush from the middle of the face on out. You want most of the coverage focused in the middle of the face and then blend it on out with your brush. Making sure you get any of those red spots, like you can see right in here in her nose. Just take care of that and blend it on out. And what I love about using a concealer as foundation is the fact that when you don't use a powder over it, you're still getting a very natural finish to the face. So you don't have that powdery matte look. And using the foundation brush, you're still shearing out that concealer as well. So you don't have to be afraid of it looking too heavy or too cakey. You can see her skin is already becoming just flawless without very much work at all. All right, now I'm moving on to brows. So now I'm taking the brow tech. What I'm gonna do first with her is I'm going through the brows with the wax first. I'm gonna give her brows a little bit of definition. What I love about putting the wax first, it's gonna give that powder something to adhere to and grab onto, and it's also gonna make that powder water resistant, so if she sweats, the brow is not gonna go anywhere. What I like to do with brows especially is when you go in with a brow brush, I'll go in, start right into the arch of the brow, give most of the definition, draw that brow where you want it, and then take the color you've already placed and blend it up. This is going to give that brow the definition you want, but it's not going to draw it on. You're filling in the brow, you're not drawing it on. Now using the concealer brush, I'm taking the same concealer I used before and I'm going to take it all over the lid. This is going to mute the eye out completely, and we're wanting a very natural matted eye. So this is going to again give that eyeshadow something to adhere to, and it's going to keep it nice and matte. So the eye for this look is a very nude shade with a little bit of shimmer. So I'm taking a color by the name of Champagne with my number 3 brush. Nice fluffy brush, taking it right over that concealer I put on up to the brow. It's giving her a nice nude lid with a little bit of shimmer for pop. Now we're keeping the eye really nude, so using my crease brush, I'm using a color by the name of Nude. And I'm going to slowly put this color into the crease here, giving her a little bit of definition, but not a heavy, hard crease. Take your brush and just go back and forth through that crease, and you'll notice it just pile on just like it needs to, open. Like it gives a beautiful natural crease. Now I'm taking our Bionic mascara. Take your mascara, coat the lashes from the bottom to the top. Make sure you wiggle that brush so you can separate those lashes. Again, it's more of a 20 inspired eye, so you want to put the bulk of the mascara on the edge of the lash to give it more of a bit of a winged out look. So this is where the bulk of the look is going to come in. I'm taking a cream liner, in the name of Caviar, using our arc liner brush. You want to take this line, aim for that lash line. This line is going to be a little bit more of a defined line, so it's okay to go back and forth and slowly get the line that you want. You want to get it as straight as you can, and then keep going. The trick to getting a straight line is to go in small little sections, and once you perfect it, move on to the next part. Bring that brush back, extend that line, bring it in, get that point. As far as extending the line on the outer corner, you just want to bring it right past where your eyelid stops and up to the crease of the eye here. As you can see, it's going to bring that line to the finest point here. It's going to get thicker through here and then back into the thin line here. So you want to go from thin to thin with a little bit of a thicker line in here. Now this look is calling for contour, so I'm using a bronzer. It's actually a matte bronzer. Taking my brush right through the cheek area, bring it down from the hairline, and then blend it inward. Now I'm taking just a flat blush brush and just making sure everything is blended beautifully through the face. So now this look also calls for a bright fuchsia lip. Yeah. So I'm taking a couple of different colors, mixing them together to make a nice bright fuchsia lip for her. Using your lipstick brush, go ahead and just follow the natural contour of her lip. Take Stunning and Legendary, mix them together, and I'm taking it through the entire lip. And that's it.